Hi, it's been a bit. Uh, Today I'm going to recount the adventures I had in Minneapolis and St. Paul. I went up for a friend's wedding. It was a great wedding. Oh, do I sound as bad as I think I sound? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Did you ever know when you're on like day two of a hangover? That's about where we're at right now. It ended up being a lot more roller coaster of a weekend than I expected. I did kind of vlog as I went along, just because stuff happened. But let's start with the good stuff. Let's start with Sarah and I went out on Friday night to a place called, I was keep saying backwards, it's Danger Betty's, which is like a demented country club. There was a Ferris wheel. There's like really bizarre mini golf. It was a really good time. We had some good adventures. So the downside is I have a 7-hour drive. The upside is it's New Music Friday, and so I have plenty of time to listen to literally every song instead of skipping through. I am armed with my Dunkin' Donuts coffee, which we'll have to do until I get to Minnesota when I'm back in Caribou Country. And I also, of course, bought a donut because I live that donut life. So let's see what kinds of shenanigans I get up to in the next 7 hours. So I'm about halfway through the drive. Got 3.5 hours to go. I made it through all of New Music Friday UK, about half of New Music Friday US before I started getting sleepy, so I had to take a break. I listened to the conclusion of last podcast on the left's analysis of the Enfield poltergeist. I'm more confused than ever. I don't know what I believe anymore. And I tried to listen to My Favorite Murder, but it wouldn't. I was like going through hills, so it wouldn't load. I'm at a rest stop. It's really hot. I don't feel like driving anymore for a while. Well, song that stood out to me immediately was a song called Breaking Kind, and I can't remember who it's by. But it's something about like, don't do this if your heart is the breaking kind, and I really liked that. Song by something called Slushii, but Slushii that I really liked. Just gonna keep listening. I think I'm gonna switch back to last podcast on the left for a little bit though. But yeah, good drive. Coffee's gone. Donuts are still going strong. So yeah. Yo, these are the flippin' hounds of hell. Look at those glowy eyes. Oh my god. Sarah, what just happened? I won! So then we get to Saturday. Feeling good, feeling ready. The wedding wasn't until 5, which is actually like really late, but worked out really nice because then there's not gonna be a huge gap between like the ceremony and the food and all the stuff. Her and I also had no idea who else was going to this wedding, like if we were gonna know anybody else. It's funny too, we talked about we tend to be the people who get invited to like small weddings. I don't know if people just think we're that much fun. We blow up the dance floor. I don't know, but we kind of hung out at Mall of America for a little bit. We went to Margaritaville. I bought an adorable pair of shoes. And then we went to the wedding. So here are some of those exploits, and I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of photos at the end so you see the adventures we went on with what you're about to see. So the adventures continue. I survived Friday night. What's making me happy about it is that I recently, somehow got Sarah super into One Direction. I don't know how that happened. I honestly don't, and I'm not super into One Direction either, to be honest. Like, I really like their music. They're fun to listen to, but things got a little out of hand. Hold on, let me get the light. We made Laminate Niall and Laminate Harry, and we took them out with us on some adventures. So, here's some evidence of that. We're also taking them with us to the wedding tonight and to all the stuff we do today because there are dates for the weekend. We've just decided. The other thing is that I finally had a Juicy Lucy, and this is like a Minnesota institution, and it's a burger with like the cheese in the middle, so it's like molten. Actually, people talk about like how dangerous it is because the cheese like is literally like a molten core, like it kills you. But I got there and we were on our way out. We were paying, and I saw a mug that said this. It says "Fear the Cheese." I needed to own it clearly, and it was only $5. Like a super cute mug. Like what the heck? So yeah, I definitely bought the mug. Sarah and I think we're gonna go get donuts donut life. And then kind of just hang out until we have to go to this wedding today. And hopefully we have a good time at the wedding.
Softball league in the world.
Hey y'all, this is Sarah. Hello! We're at this amazing wedding, having a great time. Really, really good mac and cheese. We actually Googled what kind of noodles it was. You guys, what were the noodles called? Tritoni?
No.
Tritoni.
Tritoni.
Tritoni. Tritoni noodle. Trinelli? Triloni? Triloni? Jabroni? No, that's a mix of the two noodles. I don't know, but they were really, really good. I'll fix and figure out what they actually were. We have our dates for the wedding. Niall and Harry, they're having a wonderful time. They're complete gentlemen, and we are totally ready to take them out on the dance floor. So, mwah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah! I think you know!
Now John the Bar is a friend of mine. Gets me my
One more loop. Well, the wedding last night was clearly awesome. I don't think I've ever gotten that sweaty at a wedding, including my own. It was just crazy. We danced all night, literally to the best song ever, as you probably saw. You know, so now I'm in the car. I'm a little under, I've got about 4 hours to go to get home. Harry and Niall and I all need a rest. We're very tired. So it was good. Felt like I'd been hit by a truck this morning, but it was good. It was worth it. Like my friend Kevin is a pretty awesome dude, so having a really kind of a wild time at his wedding is the way to go. I did get some sad news this morning though. That's kind of throwing everything off track a little bit. My grandma died this morning. It's my dad's mom. She'd been sick for a little bit now. She had been moved into a nursing home. They had been having conversation about moving her into hospice, so it's not a surprise. But I am trying to find the good in it is that she went really peacefully. She went in her sleep. And I'm grateful for that. She had a pretty tough and tragic life sometimes. And it's nice that she got this thing really quietly and really in sort of a comforting way. And the downside is because of my job, I might not be able to go up for the funeral, so we'll see what happens. But I do feel a lot of gratitude that it was very peaceful for her, and that I was not like in the car driving home when my dad called me and stuff like that. But I think that's gonna be all I can record for the Minnesota adventure right now. So, yeah, the weekend didn't end on the greatest note, but the good news is I actually am going to be able to go up to be with my family and celebrate my grandma's life, and be there for them, and because everything's going to be on Saturday, so I'm actually just really looking forward to all of us having that moment of release and being together and celebrating her. On a more humorous note, Sarah and I were supposed to share custody of little Harry and little Niall, but I brought them home with me. Actually, the plan was I was going to take Niall until we go see Niall in November, and then she and I would swap, and I would get Harry. But they were in my purse, and I forgot to take them out. I swear it was an accident. So now they're my little buddies. I'll be back at it the rest of this week. So yeah, stay happy.